and welcome to MFL Total Access. I'm Will Power. That is not Terry Mavalis. Who is that?
It's Max Dobesh here in the flesh today.
Max Dobish. Oh, is that in reference to the Canadians goalie or something?
Yeah, you're clearly not a Habs fan, so
No,
that's
we
like
still
a red mark on your existence.
Sabres and seven, folks. So I gotta say, Sabres and seven. Um, so yeah, Terry is week two, and Terry's already on probation. I don't really know what happened. He's been MIA, something with his. He's busy apparently, because none of us are busy besides him. But yeah, Max, thank you for tuning in. Do you want to tell the MFL world how cool you are and what you do and all that good stuff?
Sure. Yeah. So whoever hasn't met me before or seen me on the podcast or at the field, my name is Max. I've been playing in the MFL since it started. Um, when it was LCL back like 13 years ago, I would say. Um, with John and Kevin and before Terry and Will existed in the MFL space. Um, Will's really a baby in the MFL, like compared to me. Um, I play for the Outlaws in Division One. I play for the Iron Trollers in Division Two, but I'm most known for my Holy Trollers, Division One from back in the day. Um, Jack of all trades, all the positions. I referee Saturday and Sundays. And I'm on the podcast when Terry gets either too busy or he gets like bad feedback that he just isn't good enough, and then need me instead.
Look, I wasn't gonna say that, but I'm glad you broke the ice and not me. So yeah, thanks for replacing him, Max. Just I think if we have any news and notes, we're not all at LeBaire this upcoming weekend. I know I'm at where am I at? Am I at Arthur? No, I'm at Darcy McGee.
Darcy, yeah, I'm at Darcy also.
Are we all at Darcy? No, I think Darcy and
There's
Arthur.
Darcy and Arthur this week.
Okay, good stuff. Yeah, so shedding a tear there because I love when we're all at LeBaire. We will not all be at LeBaire this weekend, so we'll be sharing parks and stuff. But it's good to try those. Are we at Louisiana at all this week or no? That's in like a few weeks, I think.
I don't know what you just said. I'm I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
You know the Park Louisiana?
No.
Okay, I think it. Okay, maybe I don't know if that was supposed to be public knowledge or. Anyways, we're not there this weekend. We're either at Arthur Tierney or Darcy McGee. Um, and yeah, I think that was all we had to go over. Yes, you ref played in a few games. What div you want to start in, Max? Also,
Let's
people bear
start.
with me. I got to share my screen and do all this that
Yeah.
Terry knows. So
Will is less skilled at the tech part versus Terry, so bear with him. If you see me at the field, feel free to say hi. Let me know about your game. I'll be on like a podcast again. So if you want your team, yourself, your highlights to be talked about, come find Will, Terry, myself, or Gold or Matt at the fields. We're there every week pretty much.
hopefully we'll be seeing John soon because he like supposedly owns the league and stuff like that, right?
John's too cool.
You said it. You said it, not me.
He is.
So yeah. So what div you want to start with?
Let's just start from the top and go down, I guess.
Yeah, okay, let's jump right to it. Div one, you guys had a bye.
We didn't play. You
No.
played. You no, this can't be real. Did you score 72 points, Will?
Yeah,
Is
we
that
did.
real? Is that a record?
It was funny. I was looking into that, and I think it is a record. I remember. Well, I know last year there was a 67-66 game between Unit and Raccoons.
That's crazy. How do you score? You need like 11 touchdowns. You must have had safeties and all the twos, like return for touchdowns and stuff like that.
It was incredible. Like it was. I've never been a part of something like that. We had 10 total touchdowns. One was a pick six. We got a bunch of converts. Um, it was just like the most like surreal game I've ever been a part of in my life. And Double Dipper scored 30 points. You're like, how is there 102 total points in the game?
That's crazy.
You know what I
I
mean?
I
Yeah.
think I think this is second highest scoring last year in a Laval game. It was like 77-0 in one of the games I think we talked about.
Seriously.
But that's I mean, tell us what happened.
Yeah. Okay. So it was like we just started off with a bang. We had Andrew back because we didn't have Andrew week one against you guys, and Carl was playing with us too. We were just clicking on all cylinders. Honestly, we scored on the first play of the game. Then defense gave a touchdown. Then we scored again. Defense got a nice interception, setting us up with a small field. Uh, Honestly, it was just like something like we were kind of in rhythm. We were in the zone. We had guys making nice plays. Carl took a 5 yard hook to the house on our second offensive play of the game. So it was just like guys making, people miss, guys making, plays in traffic, guys getting open. I think like, our plays tend to work quite a bit. Double
Yeah.
Dippers are missing a few guys. They were missing Victor Davis and Alec Studoplitsky. So, that hurts. But
Wait, who? Alex who?
Studoplitsky,
Okay.
Studoplitsky, the guy who smiles all the time and, was, yeah, like the little,
You're
yeah.
you're 3 for 3 for 3 touchdowns by 8 with 2 minutes and 3 minutes and 16 seconds off the clock. That's it. 3 for 3, 3 touchdowns. That's crazy.
Yeah, it
And
was
4 points off converts. So your first pass, 45-yard touchdown. Your second pass, 45-yard touchdown. Then I assume you got a pick, and then a 9-yard touchdown. Yeah, interception by Zach. So was your first pass a deep ball, or was it like Andrew like just ran through everybody?
first pass was a deep ball.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
deep
52
ball.
points and a half is like unreal. I might have never have seen before.
I was thinking. I,
Like
I remember Average Joe scored 50 in a playoff. No, sorry, Average Joe gave up 50.
that sounds
Sorry,
more
sorry,
like it.
sorry. To double dip. Actually, it's double dippers. I'm pretty sure in a playoff
Okay.
game last year. But it was incredible. Like, yeah, it's actually hard to describe this game. It's like when I went to the Dolphins game when they scored 70 for Terry's bachelor party. It's like people asked me what happened, and it was like you kind of had to be there. But I'll tell you one thing that it was our third touchdown of the game, the 9 yard TD to Andrew. It should have been a pick. He ran a corner out. He just strong hands, and then from there, it's tough. It's tough. Credit double dippers. They didn't give up. Um, yeah, we scored 52 in the first half, only 20 in the second half. So they didn't they didn't turn over easy or wave the white flag. So tough start for them. They're 0-2 right now. And look, their offense is not really the problem. Max, they're sitting like I said at 0-2 right now, scoring 24 points in their first game, 30 in their second. You averaging 27. It's not great, but that's not there's some
No.
games you win scoring 27 in Div 1, right? Not many, but you do.
There's going to be like bumps along the way. They're a new Division 1 team. I mean, you were missing your absolute best player, Josh. So, and you still dropped a bunch of points. Or maybe he's not that important to the team if you scored 70 without him. So,
No, Josh is the
uh,
guy. Josh is the guy.
yeah. But I guess build off this, but not don't build too hard. We're playing you in our first game after our buys. Um, but yeah, I mean they'll get better as the season goes on. They'll get acclimated. David's first season is always really, really hard. I know my first season after I got injured and I was out for a year, I threw like 28 interceptions or something. Then you get back into it the following season. But just learn every day, get 1% better.
100%. That's it. Look, and it's, who knows if it's going to be a season where they end up squeezing into the playoffs. They don't, but worst case, using it as a learning season for sure. It's different than Div 2. A lot of these guys play Div 2, but you're playing against teams in Division 1 that have actually played together for a while. So yeah, tough start for them. See if they could bounce back. Game I saw actually most of was Unit Ranceur.
Me too,
And
yeah.
first thing that pops in my mind in this game is also the defense was everywhere. Like it was like I was looking from the side and I was like, man, like nothing seems open. Vinny going 29 to 46, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. So not a bad game. It was just more the incompletions there. I believe it was Kyle. Getting 2 picks. Both of them were deflected. I believe he was
Yeah.
just at the right place at the right time. And then you have Nick Boucher now that put up 6 TDs in the previous week. He gets 2 TDs this week, and all of a sudden becomes like an all-star rusher. So that takes away the passing lane there. And Jeffrey was back after missing week one, hitting Tristan 4 catches, 76 yards, and Eric in this game too. It was clicking on all cylinders right now, and don't look now, but also started off the season well last year, Max, and now they're 3-0. We'll get into their second game after, but in this game, it just seemed like it was like they were in full season mode, and you could tell it was Unit's first game of the season.
What stood out to me was that Jeffrey, his arm, like he reminded me of me when I was in my prime throwing the ball. He was like on the run throwing it like the whole field. He hit Eric like perfectly down the sideline. It reminded me of like me to Andrew like 6 years ago or whatever it was. It was just like his arm is really, really strong, and as he gets more acclimated, they'll be they're going to be hard to beat with the team. And Boucher rushing is like a huge like difference maker. I think he tipped both balls that were intercepted by Kyle. It was really like great catch by Kyle, but realistically, it's all Boucher on defense for the stops there. He really disrupted Vinny, and it like they're gonna go as far as Jeffrey and Nick take them, because the rusher and the quarterback really like solidify the defense, in
Mhm.
my opinion. If you have a top rusher and a top quarterback, you can go a long way.
100%. And you also give shout out to Eric. He kind of like I think he's like the captain of the team is how I'd kind of describe it. Like he's quiet, but he's kind of like the dad that makes sure, all the kids are paying attention and he's not getting too rowdy. I don't know why I get that vibe from him, but yeah, Eric, I think the captain of this team, also doing a really good job. Then they beat KLB after KLB, weird start. I guess we just throw up the signings here because we want to get into too many of the games. I believe top four make playoffs, but
Yeah,
we
four
gotta.
to seven.
I believe so. I believe so. Terry would, I think would agree, but doesn't want to say for sure, for sure. But weird to see KO be sitting at 0-3, right? I know Plug missed these past two games this weekend, but Simon Deschesne threw that is also a very capable Division One quarterback. What do you make of the struggle so far early on for KOB? I know they don't have their whole core and missing some guys from last year, but you never really think a team like this would start off 0-3.
Yeah, you look at the roster and they have like studs all around. It depends it's really who shows up to the game.
Hmm.
Because no matter who's quarterback, John Plourde or Simon, they're both good enough to win in Division One.
Yeah.
And then it's who shows up. So when we played them, they were missing JF, they were missing Valier, um, and those are big guys. Actually, Valier's not on the roster. They're missing JF. He's probably like one of their best players. So who shows up? Like it's hard to say. That's the main thing. Who shows up? Whoever's quarterback doesn't really matter because they're both good. Um, Showing up is like the name of the game here. Like for example, the Double Dippers full roster. Do they lose by 42 to you? I don't know.
Yeah. Probably not 100, especially Div 1. You talk about consistency, roster
Yeah.
consistency. That's huge. So we'll see what happens here. Sorry, I believe we got a few. Got 3 games this week. Got a rematch KOB Idaho. Then we got Iron Wolves, Lanceur, Double Dippers, the unit. So big game for Dippers and the unit to see who gets their first win of the season. And yeah, well, I mean, unit not only playing one game so far, so not time to panic there. Let's jump to Division Two. Did you? Let's see, or actually, I caught the end, well, or most of the game. Sorry, the end of Raw Sauce Lines. Then this was a really good game.
OT. Yeah.
OT overtime game. I know Lions then had a chance late in the game to put the game away in regulation. Um, yeah, and they got stopped, I believe. And then yeah, what's incredible is this game went to it was triple overtime. We had a bunch of we had one, two, three, four successful converts in a row. Then a stop by Rosas, and then Ludwig to Guillaume for the game-winning extra point. Did you see this, or did you check the play-by-play?
No, I checked the play-by-play, but like 5 out of 6 converts, good.
Yeah,
But
it's
you would think
crazy.
in Division Two, one of the teams might eventually go for two, right?
I thought 100%. I thought after Lions then got the one that Rosses would go for two. Then I thought the opposite, but they stayed consistent and went for one, right?
You don't see that often. Maybe the quarterbacks are just comfortable and they never practice the 2-point conversions, but usually the Division One and Division Two teams have plays for 2-point converts when they need them. You don't see that often. If you see here, yeah, they during the game they went for all ones. So I guess they're 1-point convert teams only. So I guess that makes sense.
And exactly, you stick with your bread and butter here. Ross lost first game of the season, Lions, and now sitting at 0 and 2. So you want to win that and make sure you don't fall to 0 and 3. Any other games you see ref play in?
But we
Yeah,
played each other.
you forgot about that. That was
We played Trollers, Thunder Buddies. Terry was there.
yeah.
I picked off Terry in that game. Shout out to Terry. But we got beat real good. That's for sure.
Yeah, it was like your first time throwing in a while too, and you guys had first half was solid. Um,
Yeah, we were missing like half our team. I
that
was quarterback when I haven't really played in a while, so I was quite rusty. I had some like flashes, but
mm,
like it wasn't consistent. I had some balls that were just really like out of place that should have been touchdowns that were 5 yards off. Like your interception was just like not accurate. Um,
mm,
I was 12 for 27. You can't win like that. 3 picks, 3 touchdowns. You don't win in Division 2 with those numbers. Um, we played okay defense, but the turnovers really screwed us. And some like key red zone misses from our side. But
mm.
yeah, it was a rough like first like return to quarterback. I remember my first pass slipped out of my hand. It was just like in the air for 20 like 20 yards up and just picked off. That was just unfortunate. But you know what happens?
Mm.
Look, I'm not the normal quarterback, rusty, but we tried to win. We played our best, and it was a good game. It was intense. Like we were never out of it.
No, 100%. You guys kept battling. Maybe we'll see John back this weekend. Who knows? You guys play Average Joe's at 11:20. Let's see. There was one. Yeah, we did. We had a game against Le Ben. We won that one. Simon Says they're undefeated. They won 2 and 0. Rejects now. It's funny. They went 1 and 0 in um, their first week, and then Dobbs didn't throw this game, and it was PO that threw the last two games. They lost both of them, sitting at 1 and 2 right now. So hopefully they're able to get things back on track. They play us this weekend actually, so hopefully they don't get things back on track just yet. And they wait till next
Well,
week.
yeah, we'll see who the quarterback is. I don't know how you tell. Maybe just like people have vacation, so they have like specific weeks they're each throwing.
Mhm.
But yeah, and Simon finally playing Division 2 quarterback regularly. He sandbags in the lower division, and he's finally playing in the higher divisions as quarterback. And like this proves he was a sandbagger. It's like that's pretty much it. Like you've been found out, Simon. Like you know. Um, but yeah, it's good to see them in the higher divisions. Their team name is fitting. It should
It's
do,
pretty cool.
you know, it's like, would you want to join a team that's called X person says? I don't know.
If you're not X person, it's you got to be a
Yeah,
team player, eh?
yeah, yeah. Oh, and they have a Simon Duchesne also, so they're both maybe which Simon, who knows they're talking about.
It's true. Yeah, they got quite a few Simons there. So putting up the standings quickly there. I actually have no idea if I would guess it would be 6 teams, but don't take my word for it. And yeah, let's jump to Div 3.
So yeah, defending champs, witching hour. We'll see how they go. They beat
Yeah,
rejects
true,
also.
true.
Um, Division 2, I feel like any team can beat anybody. It's going to be like chaos, like the whole way through.
Yeah, I think that you look at like Lions and Sting at 0 and 2. They're a very talented team. Honor game, David Div
Yeah.
1 quarterback. And then Cholos, you guys will figure it out. Rejects, yeah, that's
Every team can win. Like I don't care if you're like 0-9, you're like for 49-51 for the for any game you play in, really.
agreed. I feel it's usually like that. And Div 2 is kind of like that division where it's like, a lot of Div 1 guys and guys have been playing together forever, and it's anyone's game. And, like you said, a quarterback has a bad week this week and then a very good week the following week. It's really any given Saturday, as they say, right?
I agree.
Thank you, thank you. All right, Division 3. There was one, let's
I
see.
refed Drama Club La Horde.
Okay.
It was just like a beatdown from the start, honestly. There wasn't there was no hope
Mm,
at half. It was just interceptions, turnovers. It was 5 picks by the Drama Club defense. Um, Receivers were miscommunicating with their quarterbacks. The defenses were struggling. Um, it was just total domination. I think Drama Club honestly could have won by more. It was a couple of like chip drops into interceptions that changed, that made it like closer than it looked
Hmm.
on paper, but it could have been like a 45-0 blowout easily.
Yeah, some of those games like that. But like you said, yeah, defense doing most of the work. Quinton, 4 touchdown passes, only 177 yards. But like you said, when you get those 5 interceptions, that makes things.
Yeah, it was a short field. He threw one pass that got batted down by the rusher. He caught it. He ran like for a few yards. So that was fun to watch. But honestly, clean game, a little bit of tripping, but nothing crazy. And it was just a good hard fashion beatdown.
Like, as long as it's respectful, that's what we'll take. Hounds winning again. I believe they're 2-0. Ghosts Alouettes. I saw a bit of this game. This game, Ghosts were just getting everything they wanted. Avery in this game, 7 touchdowns, only 1 interception. I believe Benjamin here. He was wearing a Seminoles jersey and subbing. I believe he was a baller. I saw him get 2 touchdowns, both of them in traffic. Avery was just putting it to a spot. He was getting there. This is a really good Ghost team. I talked about it last week, but this is without Justin White. And this Alouettes team, it's first Rob throwing in the Division 3 full time now. And look, he's obviously more than capable quarterback, having a tough game in this one. When you're having a tough defense like Ghost, but I expected honestly a much closer game, and I think that with Connor on this team, and then you have Jason Edwards too, Jason McLear. Like these are experienced players around on the Alouettes. So a little bit surprised to see how one-sided this game was.
Yeah, Rob's a gamer. It was his birthday on Saturday, so shout out to Rob.
Facts.
Happy
Good call.
birthday. Um, they'll figure it out. They're like, I think they've made the finals, I think, twice in a row, and they won at least one of those two. I forget if they won both. So they'll find their way back. I wouldn't worry. Or maybe it was D4 they won. But they're when you win, you move up. So that's how it goes, and he'll figure it out. He's a seasoned vet, Rob. Good team around him. Play good defense. It was just a great day by Avery.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough team to stop there. Spartans going one-on-one on the day. And okay, good. We got 10 minutes left, so I just want to make sure. Yeah, Spartans going one-on-one on the day. Then we had no Nomad. I like Le Nomad. I don't know what it is. I don't know. When they played us last year, they won. It's like this team that like doesn't really look athletic, but they're athletic. Everybody buys into the system. You have Elliot Bork there. Was he? He play? Didn't he play with you?
Yeah, he played Division 1, but he had a concussion, so he had to skip a year. He's
Okay.
really good. And Alex Tastro, he played D5 on that FAT team.
Mhm.
Uh, and they were 10-0. They beat everybody. He has a crazy arm. I think it was his first time quarterbacking in the MFL, so he wasn't sure how good he would be. But
Mhm.
he's a Division 3 quarterback, like for sure. He's got a great arm. He's got a cannon. You can see 15 for 31, but he's got over 200 yards, so he likes to chuck it. And Elliott's perfect for that. They should be really good. Tom's super fast. Um, Elliott's like it's a good team. Durst is a Division 1 like player. He played with honor game last season.
Oh yeah, he
So
was solid.
Nomad might be the team to beat. Just looking at the roster from the top four, you have Alex quarterback with Elliott, uh, Durst, and Thomas. It's like and Tommy Batista. I don't know who he is, but 5 for 58 and a touchdown. I mean,
That's pretty solid.
yeah, they have a strong core.
And you have Thomas Voski that I like him. He's kind of like you wouldn't expect him. He's a baller. He's kind of like that, like a nerd in the back of the classroom, but comes out and balls
He's
out.
so he's
Interception.
so fast. He is
Yeah, yeah, I
so
know,
fast.
I know. He's really fun to watch. He's almost like this, I don't know, this math teacher that gets thrown onto the field and all of a sudden just like runs left and right and catches touchdowns. And but he's also like really. I say that because he knows the game, right? He knows the game inside and out.
Yeah.
He's also quarterback too, right, for this team. So yes, no matter like it's funny, like you pull up, they are playing. I think it's Hounds. That'll be a great game, I believe. It's yeah, this upcoming weekend. So 2-0, Nomad. That's Darcy McGee. Man, that'll be a good one. Okay, I'll throw on the spot now. 2-0 Hounds, 2-0 no matter who wins this game. What's the final score? I got mine right now.
I have to see who's on the Hounds roster.
Okay, yeah, fair,
Uh,
fair. They got
Caesar
Caesar
Garcia.
throwing. They got Dobbs. They got Kevin. Well, it's Kevin St. Man, it's a solid team.
I'm gonna go with Nomads, just because Dernst is like D1 and Elliot D1 and Alex is a cannon. Like I feel like that's a crazy combo to have. Um,
Mhm. You know,
I'm
I guess
not familiar.
yeah,
I'm not familiar with the other Hounds players besides Kevin and Ryan, but
two solid squads. I think I'm gonna agree with you
yeah,
actually. I'm gonna go Nomad. I'll go 27-19. Sure, you're gonna hear it from Kevin and or Dobbs if they win this game, but I think it should be a good game.
any team can win. It's just
Yeah,
I don't have more information, you know.
yeah. No,
But
it's
and
yeah. Sorry, go.
now Bandits are also a good team, and they beat Bandits by like 28. So like I wouldn't be surprised. It's one of those like 51-49. Who shows up to the game? Like that's the other question, right? So you hope it's a full squad, but you never know, and it could be a beat down by Hounds. It could be a beat down by other team. It could be a OT game. You never know.
That we most definitely do not never know.
Yeah.
We got our Cholas haven't even played a game yet. Um, they
Yeah,
have
we have lots of buys. I'm not on this team, but
right, yeah,
yeah. Well,
yeah.
so it's good to see the Cessnas play in Division Three.
Hmm.
Milan, the quarterback, they sandbagged D5 last year. They got all their ex like Division One players to play with them with low ratings, and they won. They killed everybody. But this is where they belong. I know they lost this weekend, but they're good. In Milan's, I think he's 14. He's like 6'2" and he runs like a 4'7". Like he's like a crazy athlete, and he's only getting like every week he gets like a centimeter taller, and his arm like is better. So he's very young. He's gonna be amazing. But their team is really good too. So I feel like as the season goes on, they'll get better. This is the right level for them. Seeing them in D5 in the future is no good.
No good. Yeah, he's definitely got all the mechanics to be, and already has a great quarterback in there. Ben Denis, man, like no matter who was throwing him the ball, he just seems to put up these numbers: 7 catches, a buck 43, 3 touchdowns in this game. Um, and holy cow, we got a lot of sacks. We got 6 total sacks. Um,
Sherm, shout out to Sherm.
yeah, for
Shanika,
real.
three sacks.
Damn, good stuff. Giak, that ball hawk, getting that interception there. Um, yeah, this will be a fun team to. And then Spartans, let's see. Yeah,
They
exactly.
play Tropic Thunder next week.
That'd be good. Let's pull up the schedule for. Um, Actually, it's probably easier to do it this way.
That's a good team. Justin, quarterback. Mikhail, Jandala, he's very good. Connor's good. Mark, Darren. This is a good team too against Spartans. Honestly,
Yeah.
Division 3 kind of reminds me of Division 2 where anyone can win every week. I feel
Mhm.
like in Division 1, 4, and 5 is a bit more like difference between the top and the bottom. But 2 and 3 is like flip a coin.
Yeah, seriously, and it's like, look, we didn't even talk. We didn't even talk about Pretty Fuck, right? Dom, who's Div 1 quarterback playing in Division 3 now. Like for me, that's one of the stories of the season. When
Well,
Terry,
yeah, he's also he's like me. He hasn't thrown in like years. So we'll
yeah,
see.
true,
But he's a super
true.
athlete.
Yeah, no, true. I mean, I don't know, just to still have him throwing in Division 1, like, um, I was shocked when Terry told me they were, the back. They told me Pretty
Yeah.
Fuck's back, and I was like, "Okay, who's throwing?" He's like, "Dom," and I was like, "Damn, that's gonna be somebody to see." But yeah, Bandits, that should be a good game this week.
In D3, I bet you he could average like 100 yards rushing a game if he wanted to.
I think I'd agree with that. But yeah, I'm gonna go my game of the week here. It's gonna go Nomad Hounds, and then let's see, Drama Club Ghosts, Vipers. Yeah, Spartans playing again. But yeah, we got the two fields there. All right, anything more in Div 3?
No, I think we're good.
All right, let's jump to Div 4. Just go. All right, Division 4.
D4. So Slicks moved up to D4. Very warranted. They would always be like 9-1 or 10-0 in the finals or in the semifinals every year,
Mm.
every season. So it's good to see them up and they're fighting in D4. If you can go 3-7 in a higher division, or better, I kind of would recommend moving up because you'll improve so much faster than if you stay in the lower divisions, and you'll grow, you'll get better, you'll have fun, and you'll embrace like competition, in my opinion. So it's really good to see them. One score game, the same team as always, and they're right there. And this is a Blue Badgers team that's kind of their vets of D4. They're always on the bubble for playoffs. So
Mhm.
um, good to see both teams fighting early.
That's a good call, right? And it's like most times, teams move up and it's okay. Like, we'll see what happens. And, we may not be competitive, but, we'll try and get a win or two here. They win their first game convincingly by 28. This past weekend, they lose by seven. So like you said, Blue Badgers, always a very competitive team. So yeah, good on them for deciding to move up. And you said a fairly close game. A game I had my own was Bandits FAT players. Um, this FAT players squad is, I mean, pretty strong for Division Four. When you got Vince and Sean Kennedy on the same squad, but then you got Bandits here. Coming away with the W. Great ball distribution. You got 5 catches, 7, 4, 7, and then two. Luca doing a good job. 207 yards, 4 TDs with the 2 picks. Looks like we had a quarterback change here. Jeff struggling a little bit, and then Dylan going quarterbacking and doing a good job filling in. I didn't see any of this game, but I assume if you go with the scoring summary, did you see any of this game?
Now, this game was past when I was there, but you can see Bandits had a chance. They're down by 8, so they had one possession game. They're down by 8. They have it. They get the ball back, um, so they have a chance there at the end to tie it up twice. They have at 7 minutes and at 40 seconds, but it was for naught. Luca had a pick with 48 seconds left. They had a chance to tie it up, but it's tough. Sometimes you don't pull through and you learn for next time.
100%. Look, you got to admire Tommy Lalone. Their first play of the game, pick six, way to set the tone early. And basically, look, they ended up winning by that one possession, they won by 8 points over FAT players. We look at the overall standings here. We got a huge division. We got 20 teams
20 teams, like the MFL is growing.
for real. For real.
We
I
need
think
more fields. We need more fields so the games
100%.
can be like get them all out there, I guess. Yeah.
I believe there's 84 teams. I'm not sure, but I believe there's
That's
84
just in
teams
Saturday.
just on Sat. Yes.
So that's yeah, there's over 100 teams in one season. That's probably a record, I imagine,
Yeah.
for
Uh,
sure.
I believe it's 84. So yeah, Gold and Matt talk a lot about D4, but I just throw in the spot quickly here. Who would you say are the favorites Division Four?
It's crazy. There's 20 teams,
Yeah,
and like I feel like I'm looking at these rosters, and like when I prep for the podcast, looking at some of the rosters, there's so many new players.
yeah.
And I've been around for a long time, so I feel like I know more than the average amount of people in the league, or
Mhm.
people would recognize my face, but I don't recognize a lot of people or names for the first time, like ever, I think. It just goes to show that the MFL is great and people like it and it's growing and we love to see it. So amazing. 20 teams in every division would be so cool, you know?
Mhm.
You get like the making the playoffs like means a lot more, when you have such a huge pool of teams.
100%. I'm not even gonna try and guess how many teams make the playoffs here. So Terry will hopefully,
It's probably like eight or 10.
yeah,
I don't
20,
know.
12.
It's in the rule book though.
Yeah,
You should read
yes.
the rule book. You're a captain or of some team, right? I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Right?
I think good call.
You're disappointing me.
Hey, well, what's new? But yeah, like 20 teams, like you said, that is great. I'm gonna go a lot of good teams here. I'm gonna go Creaky Knees as my slight favorites to win it all. They've been playing together for a while, like the roster. They got athleticism there mixed with a bit of veteran. So yeah, I say, look, you can make the case. A lot of like Mustard Tigers is a team that every year I say is should be championship or bust. But I'm gonna go Creaky Knees are my slight favorites after week two. Just kind of.
It's hard to say. It's I'm trying to like pick a team. Laord is pretty decent. St. John's the quarterback. He could win
Mm.
a game on his own. I also think DTS is pretty good. Red Flags, I don't think I'm familiar with. Let's check their roster. I think they're all new. They could be They have four people, five people with pass attempts, so I have no clue what they're doing.
Man.
Um, they have probably a fun play style, but realistically, I look at the teams, and if you ask me to pick one, I would pick the wrong team that's gonna win. Like, there's no way I'm throwing darts like at the at the board here. Um, yeah, I'll just go with La. Yeah, we'll go with Horde.
Like that. That's a good one. I'm sorry, just speaking of the red flags there, just throwing it up because you have all these passes and you got look 3, 6, 7. That's 9 interceptions already, with 2 pick sixes, 2 games into the season. So red flags saying
They're
defense wins
they're probably
championships.
super athletes that
Yeah,
they're just like trying to win, not sure what the best way is yet because they're just starting and they're all just really good athletes. They play strong defense and on offense they're figuring it out.
they say defense wins championships. I don't believe that. Neither does Terry, but that's what they say, right?
In the lower divisions, I believe it. In the higher divisions,
That's a
no
good
way.
point. That's actually a good point.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
occasionally in higher divisions, like once in a while, I'd like the Trollers season when I was injured, like it was just good defense. It was like four goal line stands. It's crazy. But yeah, defense in the lower divisions, and then you just gotta be within one possession. You could win on a convert at the end.
100%. Great call. I like that. Good stuff there by Max. Division 5. Did you see ref
No, I
any?
only ref one game last week, but Division 5, I saw a little bit of Wong Dynasty against Knights.
Okay.
It was back and forth. You could hear both teams like screaming on the sideline. And then on the last play of the game, Julien Dion, 2-yard touchdown, zeros on the clock, and that's the game. On fourth down, nonetheless.
Oh
Back
shit.
and forth the whole game, picks, runs, fourth downs, punts. It was it was something like
Wow, that's crazy. That's
yeah,
oh, a lot. I sorry, I didn't take care of. I didn't realize there was a walk-off touchdown for the win this weekend.
yeah, it was wild.
Damn.
Then you have other game. There's a lot of blowouts as like teams like assets. They have Justin throwing, so maybe they're underdogs if they're newer to D5, D5, D4. Yeah, this is D5, right? D5,
Yeah.
and Justin took advantage. He's a veteran.
Mhm.
They always make the playoffs. They always make noise in the playoffs, and then good to see some of the like former teams. There's so many games.
It's crazy. I sorry, I actually saw most of the second half of Pick Sixers, MTL Cessna's. MTL Cessna, you know that big horn that you kind of when you go to like Alouettes games,
Yeah,
that goes bad. So one of their fans had one. This is actually a really exciting second half with
the
just
Vuvuzela,
I beg your pardon?
the horn. It's called a Vuvuzela, I think.
Wow.
You blow it at like soccer games in Europe and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, no, we don't talk about soccer. But yeah, that's what it's called.
yeah, Vuvuzela. Yeah.
Wow, I can't tell if you just made that up, but if you did, that was pretty impressive.
No, it's more real than your pronunciation of Alex Zalipski's last name.
Okay, so incredibly real is what you're saying because they're both
Yeah.
you're real. Okay, appreciate that. There's actually a very entertaining second half at least. Pick Sixers in this game, just making a few too many mistakes. 4 interceptions there. It was actually funny the pick Sixers that got pick six twice in this game. Milan getting one of them, and then Bilal there at the end to seal the deal. A lot of great energy in this game. Very impressive. Jaden has a heck of an arm.
Jaden's so good. He might be
Yeah,
too good for D5, honestly, as a quarterback. Like
he just yeah.
he's sensational. Like he subbed for Cessna's last year when Milan was away, and he was like, I don't know if he might be better even honestly than Milan. I don't, it's like
Like it's a good problem to have if so, but it's funny like I these guys seem like very young guys and but they know the game inside and out and it just like Jaden seems young but like the ball seems to leave his hand
yeah, they're
effortlessly.
good. They're really good players. So and then the pick sixers are also young. I played
Yeah,
against them when I was on Big Booties a few seasons ago, and they're also like they were like 16, so they're every season they're growing. They're more athletic, they're older, and they're stronger. So they're gonna keep getting better. I think they were like in a bunch like the first year, but they're in every game now, and I wouldn't want to play against them.
No, like, and they'll be okay. Like, they won their first game 41 zip. And
Yeah.
even after, seeing this game, I'm not really worried for them. They have the athletes, the quarterback. So I think, they'll definitely be okay. Like, if we just throw up the schedule for this week and maybe see one game that catches our eye. We had, yes, so Arthur, Terry, and Darcy. Oh, nice. We got my hive. Okay, I'm going to, let's
Are you
see.
playing it for the Hive?
No, no, I've always had like a soft spot for the hive. I don't know why, but I
Okay.
always had a soft spot for them. Um, I'm gonna go. You just said big booties. I'm going big booties Titans.
Big Booties, my former team.
Yeah,
Shout out
that's
to
the
all
game
the
I'm
Big
looking at.
Booties. The wifey's on the team. But Titans, the perennial like top seed that loses in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do reverse psychology and
Yeah,
hopefully,
we have to like crap on them so that they persevere this year.
yeah, that's kind of what I do. But usually, like you said, they fail in the first round. But like, yeah, that's a good game. Big booties Titans, underdogs Wong Dynasty. Um, These are good, man. Holy cow, look, that's insane. Look, we have like three games on at the same time. And sorry, just so let's say we got 20 teams in Division Four. I believe we have 23 in Division Five. Um,
You could fill a whole park for a whole day with these with like D4, D5.
look, it's week. We've already had 2 weeks in the books, and there's so many teams that we have four teams that haven't even played a game yet. Uh,
Yeah.
so yeah, that's pretty impressive. Yeah, big booties and Titans game I'm looking forward to. Let me just see what time that game's on because I'd like to catch some of
It's
that.
at 12:40.
12:40. Gosh darn it, I have a game, but hopefully my game will. I'll make sure my game ends early to see the second half.
I'm probably gonna be reffing in that slot. I don't know if I'll get that game, but I'll get the scoop from my wife if I'm on the podcast for next week. We'll see.
Bless, bless. Let's go, Terry Babbler. Shots fired. All right, last but not least, women's
I
division.
didn't say anything.
No, I just said what you said. We had two games. We had, I believe it was one game. It was actually talk about stats don't lie, but this one you think stats lie. So we had look at this. So we have 20 to 13, 33 points, not bad. We have zero passing touchdowns here and
Holy
zero
cow.
passing touchdowns here.
It's amazing first to see like close games because the women's division,
Yes,
often there's like blowouts constantly, but one score game in both divisions is beautiful. It's
that's a good
like,
point.
you know, the picks and the touchdowns will come, but
Mm.
they're starting their first couple weeks. They'll get better, but it's really great to see close games, exciting games, strong defense.
100%. And look, we talked about like passing is, a big part of the game, but we talk about in real football, you got the passing, the running game here. The girls really use the running game here. Jade rushing for 102 yards, two touchdowns. So she wasn't able to punch in through there, but punches in through with her legs. Lexi here, seven carries, 30 yards, and a touchdown. So scoring in many different ways. Then we got three picks for Lexi here, a pick six. Then we got three picks here, a pick six. So
Oh
scoring
gosh.
in almost every way possible except through the air.
Put the league on notice. 100 yards rushing is like really
That's
tough to
actually
do
crazy.
no matter what. So if you're playing against Humble or Capitals, get your rusher prep for for a big day.
Man, it's a sick name too, Humble.
Doesn't matter how you win. There's so many ways to win in football. You could win any amount. There's like an infinite amount of ways to win.
1000% depends on the division too. So good win there by Humble, getting their first win of the season. They're sitting at 1-1. Then we got MTL Cessnas. They seem to have like there's only six divisions, but they seem to have like seven teams. There's like a team for them in every division.
I wonder if Mario's disguised as a player here for this one.
It's trendy. I wonder if he coaches from the sideline actually.
I'm looking for a D'Amico last name. I don't see it. Does
Yeah,
it?
no, true. Let's see. No, okay.
Genevieve Godet, she's amazing. Like for as far as like the women's division, she's one of the best players. She's quarterback. She plays defense. I think she calls it too. Addison is young. It's Dave Daou's daughter.
Yes, great to see her in the league.
Yeah,
Got the
and
another Daou, or not a Daou, but you know what I mean.
another bloodline member.
Exactly.
Um, and I'm not familiar with anyone on Pink Panthers, but they won. So, and to beat Genevieve Godet like last year, I think
Yeah,
in she was like unstoppable. So, kudos to them.
yeah, big stuff there. 12-12, scoring with 8 minutes left, and their defense doing the work. Uh, let's see over here. We got Yeah, so not a bunch of teams. We're still two teams.
10 teams, it's still a lot.
Yeah, DS Total free agents. DS obviously, one of the favorites. Let's say week in, week out, year in and year out.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's gonna be a good one here. Okay, look at that. We talk about games of the week for me right there. John McQueen's DS Total. It's gonna be hard to find a better game. MTL Cessna's Reckless could be a good game. But what a way to start the season, right? DS playing against John McQueen's, one of the top contenders every year.
I mean, to me, it's like week 3 is like all the teams are playing. There's more slots at the park.
Hmm.
You have finally there's no more buys like for
Yeah.
teams like they've played at least one game by week 3. And madness is about to start. So we're gonna see so many teams like either like come together or start to fold. And then you hope that they go the other way afterwards, but you never know. And it's week 3 is gonna be madness. You're gonna see the stats like Sunday morning and you're gonna be like, they beat them, they lost to them. Oh my God, this person didn't show up. That's why. It's gonna be crazy.
So it's just, like I said, you can't make that stuff up, eh?
Nope. It's like 6 games at every slot. You have all the divisions. You have 87 Division 5 games.
When you look, we had so many games that we had this 8:40 start. 9 o'clock was too early, and they was, okay, let's fix that by making the game 20 minutes earlier.
I think that's going to affect less people than you think. It's mostly for people like you.
Yeah, yeah, no, but those people are like people who are like, are disciplined and go to bed early and like have it all together. Like not everybody has it all together, Max. Okay.
No, I'll say that no, most people are not like you will, you know?
Fair enough, fair enough. But look, the girls are lucky this weekend. First game's at 12:40, so they don't have much to worry about in terms of early games. But yeah, definitely looking forward to John McQueen's desk if you're there at 4:40. What are your thoughts on like the new time slots? Because it's kind of weird. Like I have a game at 11:20, or I have a game at 3:20, 12. I guess it's cool, right? You get like we had to schedule more games because the league's bigger, right? So I guess it's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, you have to either get more park slots or you have to adjust the time slots, right? And darkness is a factor in this. So, I mean, I'm not gonna like comment too much just because like I'm not in charge of the fields or the schedule. So,
You can stir the
uh,
pot if you want. No, I don't mind if you stir the pot.
it's more like 12:40 and 2 p.m. for example, like or 1 o'clock. They're just every time like using like an even number time doesn't matter. It's like the
Yeah.
same thing. It's like humans make it sound better when it's like 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 2:30. 12:40 is just as reasonable as 1 o'clock, right? So um there's less time between games, so the only thing I would say is less time to like change if you have
Hmm.
back-to-back games and stuff like that, uh, or eat.
Or it just
You
means
know,
Kevin's whatever game Kevin's on, he's running later, right? Because he's running late already.
yeah.
Imagine now,
Like I
like
had a game that I was refereeing that went like it was like the last like 2 minutes was like 3 touchdowns. So it just clock stop, 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 stop. And our game that I played in was like delayed 20 minutes because of it. But we're also getting acclimated to the start
yeah, good call.
of everything. So it'll work itself out. Trust in Terry and John. They'll do everything that they can to make the league great for people and show up when your game starts. And there's rules in place for everything. So just show up and play. If you lose, it's your own fault, not the schedule's fault.
Amen. Well said. Look, we poke fun at them a lot, but they're doing a great job with the league. Obviously, now that we have so many more teams, so great stuff, guys. You guys are making us proud. Keep it up. And we went through all 5 divisions, all 6 divisions now. We got a lot of games that we, recapped, some previews. We talked about some
Yeah,
subs and some
I
plays.
want to also just point out that the ladies division, when there was the the finals, it was Division 1 and the women's, and I was in the we were playing Will in the
Oh
finals of,
yeah,
and people were watching the women's over us. Like, don't sleep. The women are their games are so intense. They're like nail biters every time, and they get into it, and just they're so good. Um, people often prefer watching them than us, play. So, shout out to the growth in the women's division for sure.
I think like you said too, the fact that like we have 2 games this past weekend that were within a score of 6 points, the first game and then 7 the second. We have like a lot of girls a lot of women we haven't seen before, where like they come in with different teams. Like Le du Nord came in last season, and they hadn't played, and then we have like new teams now like the MTL Cessnas and Humble, for example, Pink Panthers, a new team. It's all this new talent, right? And like
Yeah, you have like the CJEP. the CJEP,
Yes.
the women's teams that play in the winter, maybe when they graduate, they'll join the league and you'll have another full-time team, right? So it's a good place to be.
But look, we had 10 teams now, and then I think we had a few seasons ago. There was like a point where we had three,
Yeah, I think it was
right?
three.
Which is like I'm like imagine trying to do the schedule there, and like here you have 10 teams. Like we said, you have two teams week three coming up, and they haven't even played their first game yet. And yeah, oh yeah, don't forget, like we talked about off air, Max. If you want to get that a logo, right? Free agents here, they have no logo, no name. Remember the rule: if you don't have by next weekend, if you don't have a name and or logo, I'll be baptizing you with a name, and maybe you'll be choosing the logo. So free
Yeah,
agents.
Will's gonna give you his best AI generated like
Oh, no,
corny
I don't
name.
do
You're gonna
AI
be like,
nonsense. There's too much AI going around,
he's gonna
stealing
give
all
you
our
like he's gonna be
jobs.
like the winners or something stupid like that. So you
Yeah.
don't want Will to pick your team name for you, that's for sure.
No.
Also, you don't want to be a team with the MFL as your logo or uh, your team name is just free agents. Pick a team name, guys.
Yeah.
Also, if you want your photo for your profile, there's a way for that to happen. Terry outlined it on the MFL page on Facebook. So make sure if you want to get your photo and submit it for your profile.
Oh yeah, Terry sent the email and all that cool stuff, eh?
Yeah.
That's on
Like if you
Facebook.
win player of the week, go back to the front, go back. If you
Oh
win
yeah.
player of the week,
Yeah, let's see.
look, you can't even identify them, right? Who is
Brady
Brady Ohanessian?
Ohanussian?
We'll
Who is
never know.
that?
We'll never know. You know?
Man, that's ridiculous. And then look here, KOB leader KOB.
Avery, who the heck is that? You know, you'll never know.
Never heard
When
of him.
Will Power wins player of the week, you know it, right?
Yeah,
His
100%, but he didn't win this week. But
no,
yeah. It's true. You do know what the heck is this? Oh yeah, November 1st. Oh yeah, also Kevin's supposed to put the articles up soon. Supposed to. I don't know what
yeah,
soon is. I don't know what supposed to is, but
yeah. I write the articles for Brassar and Laval League, so if you see me, come give me a shout. Tell
shoot.
me what happened in your games, and we'll see if I can include it. But don't be scared to come find me at the fields if you want to just say hi, ask any questions. I'm friendly.
Big time, big time. All right, what the segment we all love. I don't know. I can't see your face anymore.
That's I'm right here, but
Okay, I
uh,
hear you, but I don't see you, so I'll trust that you're here.
yeah, I guess the segment is dun 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 dun.
Full predictions.
Full predictions.
All right, you're the guest. Well, like, we said you said you had one, right? So
I prepped one for the episode today.
go. And last week Terry
Okay.
forgot about the darn bowl predictions.
In Division 3,
Okay,
in
Division Three,
Division
I like it.
4. No, I got four I got
Oh
a four division prediction for you, Will.
no, come on,
In
Max, are you
Division
kidding?
3, 4, 5, and the women's. Every single division is going to have one team that scores 0 points.
We say that again for all our folks who didn't hear.
Division 3, 4, 5, and
Three,
women's.
4, 5, women's.
In all four divisions on Saturday,
Yeah,
one of the teams is not going to score a point.
like 0 points.
0 points. This weekend it didn't happen anywhere, so it's pretty bold, I would say.
No,
All
yeah,
four divisions,
yes, I actually like that. That is
no
very
points.
good stuff. I like that one. Wait, we talked about this game pregame. Nomad Hounds. We got two teams sitting at 2-0. We got Caesar playing quarterback. Hasn't really been a full-time quarterback, but has now taken the job over. Then we got Nomad here. Okay, let me think.
Someone didn't prep.
No, I think somebody you got to do by the flag. Also, sick logos. I love the logo there on Hounds. Okay, I'm gonna go. Okay, I say Hounds are up by 20 plus points at halftime. I know might come storming back and win the game in overtime.
So you're predicting Hounds to flub it in the second half.
Basically, I'm gonna say, but let's say 21. I
Oh,
say it's I forget what score. No, I think I said the final score is 26-19. So forget I said that before. The final score will be 32-26. It'll be 26-6 at halftime for the Hounds. The guys will be celebrating. Let's go, let's go. Not so fast. 32-26 final score. Nomad comes storming back.
it's pretty bold. 26 unanswered. I
Thomas
guess it
Wolski
could
puts on
happen.
the math his glasses and their glasses and comes out and says not so fast. Hounds.
And and it was written today. willpower, put it into place.
Watch it be like a complete blowout the other way around.
It's
That's
gonna
my
be like
prediction.
the score's gonna be like 70-70. They're gonna break your point record.
Man, that would be what time is that game at? That'd be something else. 12:4. Yeah, we already said 12:40. I think that's all, eh, Max?
That's it. That's all.
Wow, you did great. You're an expert. You're very fluid, and very sound. And yeah, what do you have to tell the nice people? Well, first of all, thank you for joining. Thank you for filling in. There probably was not going to be a show, or maybe there was going to be me talking to me, which I do in my spare time, anyways. But thanks for filling in for Terry.
Well, for sure. I hope to do more with you, or with Terry. Maybe you'll get the axe next time. You never know.
Never know.
But yeah, if you're at the field, come say hi. I'll ref your games probably every week at some point, Saturdays and Sundays. And just play football. Don't be violent. Be smart about it. You're there to have fun, not to get hurt. And look, there's so many teams this year.
Mhm.
This might be like the most valuable championship in MFL existence in each division,
Mhm.
at least in like 3, 4, and 5 in women's. So like prove yourself. The week 3 is the biggest week so far, so prove yourself.
That's really well said, right? Like you said, week 3, you have some teams that haven't played yet, gonna make their debut. You have, certain teams that have already played 2 games.
Get one of these like Division 1 championship.
Oh, my eye. Was that the one against us?
I don't remember. You have one though. You have a
That's true.
shirt.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so it evens out for you.
Now I got a few more than
I was
you.
gonna say, yeah, you get one of those or get one, whatever division you're in. But look, it starts here. People think, oh, week 7, week
Yeah.
8.
Listen to what Will says. He's a high level Division 1 player. So
Appreciate that
uh,
right back at you. You're sweet. I paid him to say that. All right, folks. Thank you
I
for
take
tuning.
bribes.
Yeah, I got you. Oh, we have to. Okay, remind me after. But thank you for tuning in to this episode of MFL Total Access. Awesome. Thank you. Without you guys, there is no show. Max, thanks for being awesome as always. And we'll see everybody this week, not at LeBaire, at the 2 other parks besides LeBaire. But be there or be square.
Darcy and Arthur, just to make sure you don't go to the wrong fields. Those
Okay,
are the
Darcy, Arthur, and they're like not really close to each other.
they're like a 12-minute drive.
Well, that's really close. But no peace out, LeBaire. All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Be there or be square. MFL for life.